who didn't want to be DAngelo? You know what I mean? It's like, who of us didn't want to be DAngelo? Like, his choices, the musicality, the songwriting, the feeling, the emotion in his music, and how it spoke to all of the greatness that we got from Prince, Donnie, we got from Funkadelic. He had all of that, as well as some of the je ne sais quoi. There's never gonna be another DAngelo. Not for me and not for anyone, I don't think. He's a one of one, and we lost him way too early. I could have never, and you know, I don't really have the words, because I'm just like, what the?
DAngelo kept his personal struggles quiet, and most people had no idea how much pain he was really in. Sadly, news broke that he passed away on October 15, 2025, at only 51 years old. His death was a shock to many, reminding us that we never truly know what someone is going through behind closed doors. After his passing, DAngelo's family decided to share what had really been happening in his life. What they revealed left fans heartbroken, as the details showed just how deeply he had been suffering while still trying to stay strong in public. It's a sad reminder of hidden battles people silently face.
I can't. I really cannot. First Diane, now DAngelo. What is up with the fucking D's? These are not the D's we are asking for, okay? Y'all, DAngelo has passed away at the age of 59, battling pancreatic cancer. This man is a neo-soul legend. How does it feel, baby? The way I would tilt that fucking TV over so I could see if I could see something on good. Well, I was too young to try to see anything in this man. When I tell you brown sugar gave me feeling, because I'm a brown skinned girl. You know, I'm in the brown. Oh my God, y'all.
I think most people can agree that no one was ready to hear such heartbreaking news about DAngelo, especially since we're still mourning the loss of Angie Stone just 7 months ago. What makes it even more painful is learning that DAngelo seemed to know his time was limited. Despite that, he kept working and pushing himself as much as he could until his body couldn't handle it anymore. Many now wonder if Angie truly understood the depth of his struggle. At times, she spoke about him in ways that made her sound upset or resentful, but maybe those words came from a place of pain or misunderstanding. It's heartbreaking to think how much they both carried silently.
If you don't know who DAngelo is, like, just go back and look at some of your favorite artists, like, from back then, and see who produced and who wrote those songs, because DAngelo had hits.
Everything began when DAngelo unexpectedly canceled his performance at the Roots Picnic Festival, which was supposed to take place on May 31st, 2025. Fans were confused and wanted to know what was happening, but his team only said he was dealing with complications from a surgery he had earlier that year. Most people didn't think much of it at the time. After all, DAngelo was known for being very private. He never liked to make a big deal about his personal struggles. This was a man who had already faced so much in life: addiction, the pressure of fame, and the heavy expectations that came with being seen as a sex symbol. Even when his ex, Angie Stone, publicly shared personal details about their relationship, DAngelo didn't say a word. He wasn't one to argue or explain himself. Instead, he expressed his emotions through music. Whenever he was hurting or going through something deep, he poured all of that pain and emotion into his songs. Fans often didn't realize that behind his soulful lyrics were real stories of struggle, heartbreak, and healing. For years, DAngelo managed to keep his private life away from the spotlight. But as time went on, rumors started to surface that things might not be going well for him. Before TMZ or any major outlet could break the story, journalist and author Mark Lamont Hill posted a message on social media saying, "My sources tell me that DAngelo has passed. Wow, I have no words. May he rest in perfect peace." Fans were in complete disbelief. How could this be true? Just recently, DAngelo had announced that he was back in the studio working on new music. He was excited about releasing a new album, his first in years, and seemed full of life and creativity. The news of his death hit everyone hard. It didn't make sense. People didn't want to believe it until TMZ finally confirmed that it was true. Once the news became official, tributes began pouring in from around the world. Fans, artists, and fellow musicians all shared messages of love and grief. Social media was flooded with videos, performances, and interviews of DAngelo. People were rewatching everything, searching for any signs they might have missed. Everyone wanted to understand how someone so talented, so full of soul, could be gone so suddenly. Then, DAngelo's family released a statement that finally explained what had really been happening. According to them, he had been battling pancreatic cancer for quite some time. He had undergone months of intense treatment, fighting as hard as he could. But eventually, his body could no longer handle it. His family shared that he stayed strong and positive throughout the journey, keeping his circle small and his faith strong. Reports also claimed that Angie Stone knew about his illness. Despite their complicated past, the two reportedly reconnected during his final months. They leaned on each other emotionally, finding comfort in the bond they once shared. It was touching but also deeply tragic, especially considering Angie had passed away just 7 months before DAngelo. Their deaths within the same year left the music world in shock and sadness. Even as he fought for his life, DAngelo continued creating music. He wanted to leave behind one last album, something meaningful for his fans, something that reflected everything he'd been through. Sadly, he didn't get the chance to finish it before his passing. However, his family has said they plan to complete and release it in his honor, giving fans one final gift from a true legend. DAngelo wasn't just another artist. He was a pioneer of neo-soul, a musician who shaped the sound of a generation. His album Voodoo remains a masterpiece, a perfect blend of funk, soul, and emotion. He played nearly every instrument on that record, showing just how gifted he truly was. His influence stretched far beyond his own music. Countless artists have named him as their inspiration. Losing both DAngelo and Angie Stone in the same year is an unimaginable loss for R&B and soul music. Their voices, their stories, and their contributions will live forever. DAngelo's passing reminds us of how fragile life is, and how often we overlook the quiet battles people fight behind closed doors. His legacy will never fade. It's written in every lyric, every note, and every fan who found comfort in his songs. And while he's no longer here, his music continues to speak for him, reminding us what true artistry sounds like. Rest in peace, DAngelo. Your light, your voice, and your soul will forever live on.